global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Global Happenings today. Some days back, a lot of news went viral over the Sam Miller's funds that was invested by Peter Obi during his tenure as the governor. That went viral on behalf of Anambra State, actually. And it went viral that it made a lot of income, of which at some point Professor Charles Soludo, the new governor of Anambra State, had to debunk the news. Where you getting all this from? I never said such. Where's it coming from? A lot of people now started reacting. A lot of OBIedient supporters felt they shouldn't have even reacted. Okay, he should have just gone with the waves and keep his mouth shut, even if it is not true. That has prompted the camp of Peter Obi also to react properly, as in the official camp, to make a statement concerning this matter. And I think it stands in line with what Peter Obi also wants, as it was made official. Let's go straight into the news of the day. Dear Prof. Soludo, let me once again congratulate you on emerging as the governor. As I have always reminded you, going by your pedigree, we are hopeful that you will repair the wrongs in the state. When the state works, it is for the benefit of all. On the day you were sworn in, our joy was near complete on the attendance of Mr. Peter Obi, only to be completed when you allowed him the use of government house hall to meet traditional rulers. For everybody, that is the way to go. The batters by traditional rulers on that day revealed their hidden joy at the development. Watching them intently, I noticed many of them gazing at Obi with eyes dripping with admiration and devotion as they took him as the redeeming angel of the bastardized country. As far as I was concerned, two illustrious, experienced Anambra sons were united together in maturity and wisdom. When the news of the multiplication of Obi's investment in Sam Miller was published, I knew it did not come from you. I personally made it clear that it was not circulated by Obi's media, but probably by one of the youths not under our control, but eager to throw in anything that glorified their hero, Obi. Do not judge Obi's supporters based these people's cathartic reactions. It was saddening when one of the people you later appointed an aide, in a bashful, pugilistic manner, said I was the one that published it, when your media aide repeated it. I said he did what he was supposed to do. My argument was simple. Even if the news was true, it is wrong to put into your mouth what you did not say. I read the recent rebuttal by your commissioner on the subject. What do I say about it? I only want to assure you that Obi's camp is supporting you. We want you to succeed and cannot be part of any plot against you. Some people are angry because we have chosen to identify with you. It is about time they realized that our only interest is recovering the 8 years of retrogression. Anybody supporting Obi that fights you is on his own. I say this with all sincerity because, especially knowing the brief I personally received from Mr. Peter Obi on this. Obi is ready to offer any support that will redeem our state and set it on the path of progress once again. The way things are, anybody fighting you at the January of your tenure is simply being inconsiderate and insensitive. Please always see everyday reactions by people from the reaction from Mr. Obi's official camp. As for Soludo supporters, take us as friends. We are one with you in the belief that Professor Soludo should succeed for the good of our state. Your obedient subject, Val OBIedient. Wow, this is coming from Peter Obi's official camp, and he's trying to debunk that belief system that those who have been, simply because of the reputal, the disclaimer made by Professor Charles Soludo over the money kept and investment made on behalf of Anambra State during the tenure of Peter Obi, that those claims were false and they were fake and all that. And a lot of Obi supporters, some of the OBIedient supporters, believe that he shouldn't have said anything, would have just kept his mouth shut. He doesn't have to go all out and all that. But this is officially coming from Peter Obi's camp, and he's saying that those who released those information definitely did it out of overexcitement, overzealousness, overexcitement, trying to glorify Peter Obi. But then they didn't mean evil; they meant well. But then again, it is also your right as the sitting governor to rebuke or to refute any statement that is not true and unfounded, which is quite understandable. But it's saying something very unique. So look, that there's a little one or two things going on. It's nothing really. That's they still support you in all honesty. That he even had a one-on-one chat with Mr. Peter Obi, that's the Obi's camp, official Obi's camp, and he believes that look, the good of Anambra State is the good of all. And the good of Anambra State is also the good of Peter Obi, because it's also from that state. And it's also of the opinion, which is also what I also believe, that January, that this is just the beginning of the tenure. Like he said this is the January of your tenure. Anyone judging you as at the January of your tenure is not being considerate, which is true. When was he even sworn in? It's barely 5-6 months already. It's not even up to that. So you don't expect him to just dubalize Anambra. Some people, even 8 years, they were unable to even do anything. In fact, they even destroyed it more. So if someone who's coming with a vision, give him time. He needs to get his acts right. He needs to do the necessary things. He needs to put modalities in place. He needs to check his the state coffers, the state treasury. What does he have? He needs to start thinking of how to gather enough income. He needs to also think of how to pay salaries, especially in the situation where the state is owing so much. So it's a situation where if the place is so bad, whoever that's going to pilot the affairs of the state needs to wear his thinking cap. Okay, it's not somewhere you begin to say, where do I get quick money? You have to start thinking, how do I generate money without necessarily overstretching the people, the populace, the citizens, the indigents? Simply because, let's tell ourselves the truth, the level of inflation and hunger in the land and insecurity is mind-boggling, not to talk of putting in taxation that will make it even more worse. So he needs to wear his thinking cap and think of how to source for funds to make Anambra great. So in a nutshell, Peter Obi is saying, I'm with you all the way. You're my brother. I hold no grudges against you. And that's Peter Obi's camp now talking. And anybody who is against you, Professor Charles Soludo, is actually on his own. That if in any case you need support, in any case you need ideas on how to run the state, be my guest. Peter Obi is ready to give you all the necessary support you want. If you just, all you need to do just to ask. And one of the things he noticed was the fact that when Peter Obi came for a meeting, for a meeting in the town hall stakeholders meeting, they noticed something very unique, that the people were looking at Peter Obi and Professor Charles Soludo with so much admiration. Oh, two of our illustrious sons, okay, here in the same place. Oh, are we not so blessed? All of them just thinking of how to make our country and our state great. I can feel the vibes already. But they're now saying, whatever it is, it's just a normal thing. We give you all the support. Now, talk about a man with a golden heart. That's where we're going to wrap it up. Let's meet in our comment section. What's your take? Do have it.